They say that I'm strange. Why did you start this? Well, what does the light have to do with the darkness? They think I'm insane. They say God's where the heart is, but how is there love in a man when he's loveless?
Right? And these ungodly people that walk around, they don't come up to us and see what we got going on and go about with their own time to see if it's true. They don't do that, man. Because they don't care about themselves, man. Read on.
Right? And it says, and search the scriptures daily.
And did what?
And search the scriptures daily.
And that's what we did. We searched the scriptures daily, right, to see what those things is true. And we ain't telling our people that they have to believe us off the get-go, you know, when they come in and listen to this. We're telling them, man, go, you got the information, we're giving you the flyer or whatever, right? We're giving you the precepts, man. Go and check it out, man. Right? Search the scriptures, man. Stay in it. That's all we telling them, you know? But they can't even hear that, right? They always combative, you know? Finish that out.
Whether those things were so.
Whether those things were what?
So.
Hey, precept, go ahead.
Yeah, Khan, it's the book of Luke chapter 24, verse 11. The book of Luke chapter 24, verse 11, and it reads, and their words seem to them as idle tales.
Right, and so, yeah, keep reading.
And they believe them not.
Right, so.
They think that we was like fairy tales or something.
Yeah,
right?
they think we telling them about fables and, you know, mythological things. You know, they read things like the unicorn in the Bible, and they be like, they point the finger and say, see, man, that's not real. But through you know, the precepts, through looking at the actual word in the Hebrew, you can get understanding of what that is, man. You know, but our people, they don't take the time to do it, man. Right?
I don't understand, bro, because they believe that Jesus was a white man, so you might as well believe unicorns were real.
They believe that, you know, Satan dropped down from heaven, you know, and he rebelled against God or whatever.
You might as well at that point.
Right? They believe in hell and in Hades, you know, you're going to get tortured, you know, in the mythological space and time, continue from all eternity, man. They believe in that.
Well, Christians believe that you're going to be like, Christians believe that, like, when the rapture comes, you're just going to grow like angel wings. You're going to be butt naked floating in the sky.
Right. They never contested against that when they was told those things in the church. But we make one point, and it's all hell break loose, man. Right? Why don't you give them the same energy that you give us, man? Scrutinizing us and everything that we say. Why don't you scrutinize them?
They got respect to persons, man.
Right.
Again.
Yeah, read that again.
Book of Luke chapter 24, verse 11, and it reads,
Joshua 1:7.
and their words seem to them as idle tales.
Right? So our words seem to them as idle tales, man. Something that's just, you know, we was drunk one day and we thought this up. Basically, right? Read.
And they believe them not.
Yeah, and so they believed it not. You know? And hey, it's just a continuous thing, over and over and over again, man. It keeps happening over and over again. You got that, Joshua?
8 and 7.
1 and 7.
1 and 7. Yep.
Read
Here's the
that.
book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 7, and it reads, only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law.
And to what?
According to all the law.
And that's the ultimate thing, man. They can't even pass that first step. Observe. They don't.
That's a cut. My bad. So like,
go ahead.
I was going to say that's a cut for people that don't believe that you should follow all the commandments right there, because it says according to all the law.
Right. But they can't even pass the first step. They don't even want to observe the laws, like actually read it. That's read it first and then do it. They can't even pass the first step.
Our people, man, they stood at the beginning, man.
Right.
Stages, man. They can't flip that game, man. They stood on the first board, man. You know what I'm saying? They can't flip it, man. We got the knowledge, man, through the spirit, man.
Right. Read that over again.
We got the ingredients, man.
It says, only be thou strong and be very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses, my servant, commanded thee.
Right. So that's the game plan, man. That's the the enchilada, or I can't even remember the
Enchilada?
phrase. Yeah, the enchilada. You know.
Okay.
So.
It's the book of Acts,
go ahead,
chapter 5, verse 29, and it reads, Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, We ought to obey God rather than men.
So we supposed to obey the Most High, because you can't go wrong with following these laws, bro. You following these laws, right? There's nothing that they can do against you, man. Right? But our people are afraid to do these things, man. Read on.
The God of our fathers raised up Yahweh,
right,
whom ye slew and hung on the tree.
So the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Israel, man, you know, Yahweh raised up Yahweh, man, whom they gave to the Romans to be slew, you know, on a tree. And they couldn't even get the cross right. The Lord died on the X mark, not a literal T, man. That's the Talmud, right?
You got people glorifying that,
right.
Making jury out of it with a white Jesus on the cross on the jury.
Crazy, man.
People.
Talking about crucifixion.
Yeah, read that over again.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, We ought to obey Yahweh rather than men. The God of our fathers raised up Yahweh, Jesus Christ, whom ye slew and hung on the tree. Him have Yahweh exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sin.
But the Old Testament only think that he's raising up someone else that we don't even know about now. You know? So those brothers are lost, and they're gonna remain lost, you know.
This is the book of
let this be our last one.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 31, and it reads, When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him.
So the Lord's gonna bring a massive army with him, man. You see the white man. You see the so-called white man brought The so-called white man brought his armies over here and took over this whole plain. Read on.
Then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. Verse 32. And before him shall be gathered all nations.
Right, all nations going to be there, man. And what he's going to do?
And he shall separate them one from another.
Nah, he's going to mix them together.
And he shall separate them one from another.
Nah, he's going to say what the Greeks said, you know, in Maccabees 1 and 21, when they said all people is one.
And he shall separate them one from another.
Nah, man, that's not true. That's not what Christianity said. Christianity said that he coming together. And bringing everybody together, man.
And he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goat.
Right.
You already know who the sheep is.
I got time to hear the word. I believe in God.
Y'all Israelites. Y'all know y'all Israelites. You know, y'all know the Mexicans are Israelites.
Y'all read the Bible? Y'all
know the Mexicans are the. Hey, pass them the thing right there. Look, y'all got one. Let me show y'all something real quick.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
See, look, this ain't just a black thing, right? This is not just a black thing. This for the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. You want to break it down to them?
Right, so the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we all descend, we all have a common ancestor. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You guys read the Bible? You know about Abraham, right? You heard stories about him. You know about Isaac and Jacob. So our forefather, Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, we went into a covenant with the Most High. We are those same people that walked through the Red Sea with Moses. You know, remember where the Egyptians chased them out of Egypt to the Red Sea, and the Lord used the power of God to split the Red Sea. We are those same people that went through that. Give me Deuteronomy 15 and 15. Yeah, so we all have a common ancestor, but we all are from different tribes. You see, we, the so-called African Americans, we are from the tribe of Judah, right? So, what is your nationality on your father's side? What would you call yourselves? Native Americans?
Yeah,
so
that's what my grandpa was.
Oh, that's what your grandpa was? So you not
Mexican,
like Mexicans
Indian?
or
We're Latinos.
Latinos? right?
I think
So
they Mexican.
you're either from the tribe of Gad, right, or you're from the tribe of Issachar, you know. And we put pictures to give you a rough idea, you know, of what the tribes would look like modern day today, you know. So these are the Native Americans, right? Their forefather was Gad, you know, and the Mexicans, their forefather was Issachar, you know, before the conquistadors came over to this land to strip them, you know, of their nationality, you know. Because before y'all knew yourselves as the Taino Indians and the other tribes, you know, you call yourself, right? So read that.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 15 verse 15 and reads, and thou shalt remember that thou wast a bondman in the land of Egypt.
So the Lord wants us to know that we were bondmen in the land of Egypt, right? Yeah, read that. Hold on. The Lord wants us to know that we were bondmen in the land of Egypt, you know, and we were slaves under the Egyptians. And so the Lord used Moses to take us up out of the Egypt, and we went on a covenant with him, right? Read on.
And it reads, and the Lord thy God redeemed thee, therefore I command thee this thing today.
So the Lord redeemed us out of that, and we went on a covenant with him, you know. So, and we broke that covenant, right? And this is another, you know, a biblical history, you know, to identify who the Mexicans were today. This is from Mysteries of the Past, page 11, right? Before long, Antonio's tale of Israelites who had wandered to America was escalated into a theory which put them among the founders of New World civilization, right? Because you guys believe that you were already on this land before the so-called white man came, right? Y'all parents teach y'all that?
Like the racism.
No, not just the racism, but did they tell you that y'all was already here on this land before they came over there? Right.
Your grandpa Indian. So ask your grandpa what had happened to the Native Americans that was already on this land when the white man came.
Oh yeah. Oh no. We know. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
They're being.
You know why? You know that was happening. You know why? That lets you know that you an Israelite right there.
Right, because they call this place the New World, but people was already here. You guys was already here on this land, right?
We're also in Texas too.
Yeah,
We were
Texas.
all before they took over.
So
Yeah,
brother,
they took Texas, they took the U.S. and they renamed it the Americas, you know.
Yeah, they basically made it to their America and all that. So, you know what
Right. Britain's Lord Kingsborough, for example, went through the family fortune and landed in debtor's prison no less than 3 times. He died there the last time in order to publish deluxe subverty illustrated volumes proving that the Mexican Indians were descendants of the lost tribes, right? And so that's what we're out here to tell you guys, like, who you guys are biblically, right? Because y'all know a lot of people read the Bible and they don't understand the biblical characters, like what their role is, you know. Those biblical characters actually have literal descendants, and you're from one of those literal descendants, you know. The Lord made this earth for you guys, for us to rule in, you know. We're supposed to be following the laws of the Bible, not the laws of America. But since we sinned against the Lord had to send his son, Jesus, to give us a second chance, you know, to come back to him, you know, to get grafted back in, right? So that's the core message. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna let y'all go after this. So your dad, your grandfather, he taught y'all about what happened to the Indians here.
Yeah.
So question, how do y'all feel about Thanksgiving? Y'all got all these nations and everybody celebrating Thanksgiving of the slaughter of your grandfather's people. How you feel about that? You know on Thanksgiving, you know they slaughtered over 200 million Native Americans? The so-called white man did that on that day, and we celebrate it like it's a regular holiday today? That's
How old
crazy.
are you
ain't it?
guys? How old are you guys?
19.
Right. So yeah, so just check out the information.
out.
It's all there. You know,
The stuff that you did say, we do know.
All praise
It's
to the
crazy.
Most High. I want y'all, hey,
It's sad.
y'all Israelites, man.
All right,
Y'all be
brother.
smooth, all right, brothers, y'all be smooth out there.
when you read the Bible, these people right here on the sign, these are the people of God right here, man. Not what the white man told you, you know what I'm saying? So like the 12 tribes of Israel, the Negroes, the so-called African Americans, all the way to the Latinos. We coming back for these people right here. According to the Bible, you know what I'm saying? And if you got time, this brother, he can show you real quick.
Oh, you got time for the Bible? Yeah,
When I come out,
all right, brother.
Come on. All right.
Cash money.